Welcome back, everyone, to the Angels franchise, and we are starting this video on a bit of a sad note here. We've had three major injuries here. I was just simming forward, kind of off of recording there, just to kind of get ahead to what our next game would be, and the draft, which is, of course, what we're going to cover today as well, mainly. We not only lost Jose Soriano for 1 to 2 months, we lost Josh Lowe for 1 to 2 months, as well as Jorge Soler, all within 2 games. So that has kind of brought us to prematurely bring up Sam Aldergetty here. I apologize if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. I'm sure someone can correct me if needed. As well as Nelson Rada, who is already somehow, I don't really know how he's gotten a game already. I don't really know how he's gotten there, to be completely honest, since I just brought him up, but whatever. So he got his MLB debut the other day, and he did not play too bad at all. He had 3 hits. He went 3 for 5, scored 2 runs as well. So he's had a really solid start, but unfortunately this has kind of forced our hand to bring up Rada here. But we are going to be simming forward here, and we are going to be playing against the Dodgers. Aldergetty's going to be starting for us. I would kind of like to play against Shohei or Yamamoto, but since we are playing Aldergetty starting today, we'll be playing against Justin Warblenski for the our rivals, the Dodgers. Looking at the standings here, we are 3rd in the division as of right now, currently tied with the Astros. The Athletics somehow leading the division right now. We're only 4.5 games off. But we're going to jump straight into this home game against the Dodgers. Let's go. Welcome back to Angel Stadium here. We got a rivalry matchup facing off against the LA Dodgers. Their starting pitching has been phenomenal over the last 7 games, a 1.91 ERA with 37 strikeouts. And their bullpen's done that and gone even better. They have a 1.29 ERA in the last 5 games with 16 strikeouts. So this will be a bit of a battle, I'm sure. Of course, the Dodgers are one of the best teams in the league. Statistically and just kind of all around with overall players. Sam Aldergetty, though, getting the start on the mound for us. He did not have the greatest year last year, only playing 2 games, one of which I watched against the Mariners. I remember that because we just came out and smoked him right off the start. Leading off is Freddie Freeman. He's batting .327 so far for the Dodgers, as we get a swing and miss right away. Of course, a lefty on lefty battle here favors the pitcher, and that one will just go foul. High fastball. This is what we're calling for. I've made a couple changes to the lineups just to rest some players. Christian Moore is getting the rest today, getting the day off. He's been struggling a little bit. Kyron Paris will be over there at second, as well as Nelson Rada is playing in center field. Trout's moved to DH for the day. To give Rada some more fielding opportunities here, as this one is smoked but foul by Freeman. And Aldergetty's having a little bit of trouble putting him away here. We got a little bit lucky there for sure. Fastball dropped a little bit, as that is ball 4 to Freddie. Bit of an interesting one as a leadoff for the Dodgers. I guess they're not overly concerned about the speed. As we throw in, and that one was hit very well by Ohtani. Going back, and Adele will get there and make the catch right on the wall. That one was hit quite well. Keep Freddie over at first, but now we will have to face Kyle Tucker. That's the goal. Low fastball. And that one is crushed. Deep right field, going back, off the foul pole. Kyle Tucker goes yard on one of the first pitches he sees. That fastball was not where I over that, I'm guessing. 3-2 as drilled. That'll score another run for the Dodgers. 3-0. Aldergetty's really struggling here. Once again, we saw these issues peak up last year in real life, as he's just walked Mookie Betts as well. We're going to get someone warming up. Jordan Romano. I'm not quite sure why he's in this position, but alright. Robert Stevenson. I guess he's our best bet here. Let's get him to stretch and toss. We deal. That one is grounded to short, flip to Paris, and we get out of the first. but just barely. Man, that was not a good inning. 3 runs off 2 hits for the Dodgers, and 2 left on. We'll go to the bottom of the first. We will face off against Justin Warblinski. He's got a 3.23 ERA so far with 18 strikeouts. Low strikeout rate of only 13% thus far. He's more of a ground ball pitcher for sure. See how he can fare against our lineup. Zach Neto leading off for us, though. For those who didn't watch the last episode in full, we did turn off the PCI as Neto swings through strike 3 on that sinker there. Nolan Shawnowill now up. We have turned off the PCI just to rely a little bit more on ratings. So that one was, I believe, tipped back into the glove. Shawnowill is hitting .288. He's got 4 homers and 13 ribbies already. .812 on base percentage. So, decent start to the season for him. He's kind of been our everyday first baseman, for sure. 1-2. Somehow we went around there, but whatever. Mike Trout now up. He's hitting .267. As he will watch ball 2. He's got 9 homers on the year already. .878 on base percentage, 25 ribbies. He's had a really solid start to the year. As Warblinski deals on the 2-1. That one's ball 3. Joe Adell on deck. He's had a really good start to the year as well. Warblinski deals. Smoked by Trout, and that will go through for a base hit. Got on top of the fastball there and drilled it straight into the ground, but it is good enough for a base hit. We'll face off the curveball against Tucker. And that one's smoked, and that one's through. Ohtani is going for third. We'll throw to third, but it's offline. RBI single for Kyle Tucker. And the smoking continues, and we will bring in Robert Stevenson. That's it for Aldegetti. He had a pretty awful start. We're going to have to really hope Stevenson can get us semi-deep here. Chuck the inside cutter here to start against Pajas. Really? Alright. Definitely inside. Right call. 2-1. Fouled off. Try that cutter again, but a little bit lower this time. Swings straight through it. Strike 3 on Pajas. Teoscar Hernandez. Start him off with a sinker. That one, or splitter. That one just goes a little bit low. Slider. 2-1. Nothing there. Try the 4-seam here. And he watches strike 2. 3-2. Runners in motion. Fouled off. We'll try the cutter again here. See if we can get anything out of it. 3-2. Fouled off. Cutter. Again. Smoke down to first. He cannot get a handle on it though, and he'll be safe, and a runner will score. We got to get something going if we're going to get anything out of this game. And Moncada, right as I say that, smokes one down the left field line, and that one is out of here. Yoan Moncada, 404 feet off. I guess it clipped the foul pole, and we're on the board. He gets his 5th of the year. Deals. And that one's hit decently well into left center field. I don't think that'll have enough. But going back... Yo, it's gone! Bryce Tedosio sends this one out of here. And we got another homer on the day. He gets his 1st of the year. I'm not sure if that was the 1st of his career or not. I don't think it was. Let's see. It was not. That was his 2nd homer of his career. He had one last year. 2-2. Inside. 3-2. Joe Adell on deck. He's had a rough game as well. 3-2 from Sheehan. Ball 4. And we stay alive.
Up next for the Angels.
Joe Adell. Not sure if there's going to be anyone better in this situation, honestly. I don't believe there will be. 2-1. The count. 2 gone. Adell will watch a fastball. It's on the edge of the zone. 2-2. 2 outs from Sheehan. Ball 3. Runner will be moving here. Full count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Down to our final strike. And that one is smoked foul. Fastball straight down the middle. They're trying to make Sheehan be able to go all the way to the end of this game here. Adele's not having it. Never mind, he is. This game's over. Dodgers take it 9-2. Alright, so I think it's pretty safe to say that that went pretty horribly, going down 9-2 to the Dodgers. So, what I've kind of done, I kind of mentioned this before with the trade block with Kikuchi, d'Arnaud, Stevenson, Castro, and Jose Siri are all on our trade block as of right now. We'll most likely be adding Kirby Yates to that as well once we hit June or July, I believe, since he is a free agent. Same with Drew Pomeranz. They'll probably be going on there too. Our untouchables, kind of everyone who you would expect so far. As well for our trade targets, though. So I put 3 trade targets up as of right now. Michael Arroyo, Joe Rock, and Ryan Sloan. So 2 starting pitchers, one from the Mariners, one from the Rays. Joe Rock, very, very exciting prospect. I think could be a solid pitcher for us in a couple years. Same with Ryan Sloan. I'd be happy to get either one of those 2 guys. And then Michael Arroyo would be absolutely phenomenal if we could steal him at second base, because our second basemen seem to definitely be struggling a little bit. And he has a lot of upside for us. That durability, especially, is what I'm looking at there. That contact can be boosted quite a bit. He could be a really, really solid guy for us in a couple years, I think. Anyway, so we are going to be moving forward here, and I'll catch up with you guys at the draft, or if we get a trade. And just like that, we got a trade offer. Alrighty, that did not take long at all. It is Yusei Kikuchi for Joe Rock, 1-for-1 starting pitcher. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it, to be completely honest. We did know Kikuchi will be getting moved this year. That's not a huge shock. He has not had a good start to the year. Joe Rock, 1-for-1 is a little bit interesting. I'm wondering if we could potentially get a little bit more out of them, maybe, just because the overall difference is so drastic. It is 13 points. So I'm going to look to see what else they have here in terms of prospects. And just kind of see where we can get to here. They do have a couple around here. Center fielder Aiden Smith, potentially, could be one I could add on. He has had an okay start to the AAA season. So we might consider adding him on, potentially, to this deal. And I think that's what we're going to do. And we are going to counteroffer with adding Aiden Smith on to this deal as well. So we'll see what they say. It's going to take a couple days to review this trade for them, as we do end up beating the Dodgers, actually. But we'll see what happens here. And just like that, our trade has been rejected. Alrighty. So, what if we go in here, get to the Rays, and Joe Rock, put a C potential somewhere else, potentially, or even a D potential I could be interested in. Right field, Angel Matto is a option, 21 years old. Other than that, that's kind of really it. Ty Cummings potentially could be one we could look at as well. Ty Johnson, relief pitcher. I just feel like giving up Kikuchi for Rock 1-for-1 is a bit of a big ask, I think. Honestly. What potential is he? He's a C potential. No major changes throughout this year so far. Because the thing is that he would most likely be coming straight up, I'm guessing, to the majors. Just looking at what our pitching rotation could look like, it would be Rodriguez, Detmers, Ferris, Aldergetty, and then whoever we bring up most likely, around 4 or 5, I would assume. I'm going to wait a little bit longer and see what we get. I'm going to write down that trade, and we'll move on for that and come back to it a little bit later, I think. We're going to try this here with the Mariners. We are going to offer up Yusei Kikuchi for Ryan Sloan, 1-for-1, and see if we can get this deal done. If not, we're most likely going to go after Joe Rock, I believe, is the plan. Getting Ryan Sloan, getting either of them will be quite solid. I do honestly prefer Ryan Sloan. He hasn't had the greatest year so far, but we will be able to turn that around. I think he's going to have really solid stamina in the future.
He's going to have very solid velo, and he's going to have really solid break on some of his pitches as well. So we're going to try and go 1-for-1 here, potentially for Ryan Sloan. Let's see what the Mariners say. Well, of course, I have to give it a couple days, but you'll see us back here when we get a response. Alrighty, that's not ideal. Looks like we're probably going to be going after Joe Rock, maybe. I might try this one more time, potentially, before the draft, and see if we can make something happen here with the Mariners. Where are they? There they are. And try and get Ryan Sloan here. So they wanted Kikuchi. There's not a ton we can give them, is the issue, I think, right now. That's kind of what we're really struggling with, I think. There's not a ton I'd be really willing to give up. I think Miguel Castro could be one I'll be interested in putting alongside in this deal. And I think that's what we're going to do. Actually, they're looking for outfielders. Let's give them Jose Siri. So let's give them Jose Siri and Yusei Kikuchi and try and get Ryan Sloan. And this would be a very realistic offer as well, I think. In terms of the game, I mean, I don't really see Ryan Sloan being traded this year, to be completely honest. But since the Mariners are buyers and we are sellers, that seems very realistic, whereas the Rays are kind of in a little bit of no man's land here. Yeah. So let's see what they say to that. And the trade has been accepted. Just like that, Ryan Sloan, welcome to the Los Angeles Angels. Welcome to this team. We got Ryan Sloan. We are going to be finishing up that scouting in just a sec here. The Mariners have accepted our trade deal, and I've also just gone and looked. So he will be starting up at AAA to 67 overall. And Walbert Arena has had a really, really solid year so far in AAA. He will be coming up to the majors and hopefully getting his start very soon. Select starting pitcher, Arena. There we go. Doesn't look like he'll actually really be getting the start anytime really soon. He'll be pitching fourth though, which could be not quite. So he will start in Texas. So we're going to sim up to there and do a player lock. But I think first we're going to do a player lock with Ryan Sloan potentially down at AAA. We're going to switch down there. Ryan Sloan, he's going to be our ace down at AAA. We'll put him there for now, maybe. So he will be pitching this game for the Bees. Let's go in and player lock with him. Ryan Sloan will now be one of our top prospects in the organization, I'm guessing, as on the first pitch, Ibanez pops out. Cade Marlowe, now, Mariners ex-prospect as well, I believe, I want to say. Maybe, I'm not sure. As that one is grounded to first on the first pitch once again. And two gone on two pitches. He deals. This one's grounded off foul. He deals. That one's fouled off. We'll do on the 0-2. Just inside. I don't think it'll be very long before Sloan gets his MLB debut for the Angels. I don't believe he's actually had it in real life. He's not had any sort of MLB debut, as he will get out of this inning in just 6 pitches. Sloan threw 1. 3-0. Watch a strike 1 low. Trying him with a fastball here, a little bit away. There's strike 2. Sloan battling back. 3-2. Another fastball. He got him. Strike 3 on Ibanez. He goes straight through it. He's throwing a great game, though, as that one is smoked into center, and that one will be caught. That will do it for the 6th. Sloan gets through 6. Only given up 1 hit so far.
Now pitching, Angel Perdomo.
Angel Perdomo now coming in for the Bees, and Ryan Sloan is relieved after 6. As Perdomo, I believe, gave it up. Sloan pitched a phenomenal game. At least he won't get the loss. But a little bit disappointing we couldn't do a little bit more with that because Sloan had an absolutely phenomenal game. Saucedo actually got the loss. I didn't even realize he was with the Angels organization. Looking at pitching here, that's the wrong team. Sloan went 6 innings, gave a 1 hit, 0 runs, 0 walks, and had 8 strikeouts. Alright, let's go. First year player draft for this year. White Sox have the first pick, the Rays got the second, the Twins got the third. We're down there at 12. I put Gilberto Tejera, I believe that's how you pronounce that, as our top priority. I doubt he'll last that long, to be completely honest. He's expected to go around the 9th or 10th pick. He is our number 1, though. So let's start this draft. William Green goes first overall to the White Sox. Ronaldo Stapleton goes second overall. He was the projected first overall pick. He goes to the Rays. Who do the Twins take? Eric Banks, the 6th projected overall pick. And Gilberto Tejera is still here, and I am not sure why he's dropped, but we will be taking him 150%. We are not passing on this guy. He's an incredible upside for fielding. Not a ton of contact or power, but really, really good aggressiveness, discipline, as well as durability in the future as well. Gilberto Tejera is a Los Angeles Angel. We'll take it. Send to our next pick and see who's still around. Wow, there is no one here. Everyone's gone. That is not what I expected at all. We'll probably take Mark Cornell here. Super, super high upside as well. He was not ranked. We'll take him at pick number 45. High upside potential could be up to 98 overall. See if Derek Gonzalez is still there. He is. He was also not ranked. He was ranked 66 in our draft board as well. So we'll take him here at 84. Derek Gonzalez. We'll send up to our next pick and see who we got scouted here. More or less. Interesting one here. I think Henry Morel could be a decent pickup. So could Patrick Denny. He's injured, though, at the moment. A lot of injured guys back here. I think we're going to take Henry Morel. We'll draft him. Not a ton of info on him just yet, so we'll have to check him up there, get some more scouting done on him, and see where he wants to be in the future of our organization. Really high upside here on Miguel Gernomio, I want to say. We are going to take him, and we'll now move forward to pick number 174, and we will take Keane Glenn. Moving forward, and that is the end of the first year player draft. In the next episode, we'll have the chance to sign some of these players, as well as we'll move through the All-Star game and most likely the rest of the season as well. So if you guys have enjoyed, make sure you do hit the like button and subscribe. I am super, super excited for some of these draft picks this year, as well as the trade that we made today for Ryan Sloan. I think we got a really, really solid deal up there. But if you have enjoyed, please just make sure to like and subscribe. We post weekly MLB The Show franchise content here on this channel, as well as daily shorts, and we will see you next time. Peace.